Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's March the 10th. It's a beautiful day. The sun's shining. I didn't do a video last week. I had just a few too many jobs going on. And actually I had one person call me Saturday morning. I was at a hockey game. And she said, text me actually and said, "What's this week's video about?" I said, "Oh, it'll be a big surprise." And the surprise was there wasn't one. Anyway, I wanted to go over a couple things today before I get into the video. Today's video is going to be kind of all over the place. I'm going to bring you back up to date on what I've been doing on the farm and whatnot. And but before I did that, I wanted to correct something that I did wrong on the last video. And if anybody watched the video with Lindsay and the Olympic video, I failed to introduce Lindsay properly. And I assumed everybody would know who she was and what she did and everything. But Lindsay's actually our daughter. She's our youngest daughter. She went to school in Guelph. Then she did her master's in University of Alberta in Edmonton. Then while she was out there, she applied to medical school, got accepted, and got accepted at a couple different places, but ended up doing her medical school in Edmonton. And she's been to Whitecourt and Wellesley, and actually she's been up on Manitoulin, and she was out at St. John's for a while. Actually she was on I think she was in Nova Scotia somewhere. Anyway, done that. Actually she was even in Russia for a brief stint. I don't think she'd want to go there now. Anyway, that's our daughter Lindsay. We're very proud of her, and proud of her not only her accomplishments with her education and her practice, but also with her running and whatnot. I try to run a little bit. I sometimes will jog out to the pickup truck if it's close to the house. That's about the extent of my running. Anyway, I'm here at the shop today with Frank. How are you, Frank?
Good, how are you?
Frank's been in many, you've been in many videos, haven't you, Frank?
I think so.
I'm just going to bring you up to date on what Frank's doing. This week we got a 140-foot leg delivered, and I'll show you that leg here in a minute. It's I believe it's 6,000 bushels an hour, Frank.
About there.
Anyway, it's a 140-foot leg. I guess the thing I didn't tell you, Frank, there's some assembly required. Some assembly required. This is like IKEA. When you buy furniture from IKEA, there's a little bit of assembly. He got started on the head section. This is it here. And this platform that he's working on now, that's the working platform. And you need it fairly big because you get the motor on there and the gearbox and the guard and everything. You need room to get around. And there's a hole on the other side for the ladder will come up. Anyway, this is the leg laying here on the ground. And like I said, some assembly required. He's got to start on the leg here till we run out of angle iron. And we got, these are some of the sheets for the trunking. And I'll bring you back when we get putting trunk together. I just thought I would show you what we start with. Did I say what we start with? I thought I'd show you what Frank starts with. And I'll show you, maybe I'll come back in about a week. There'll be enough to see what's happening. Anything else, Frank?
No?
I just brought in 2 big spools of wire for the MIG welder, which is it's a necessity. How many of these legs have you built, Frank? Can't count that high?
There might be 6, 7 of them.
Frank's been putting these legs together for us for quite a while. He's got it right down to a science, so all it is time, isn't it? It's time. Anyway, I'll bring you back maybe in a week when he's got a little more done. It takes shape fairly quickly. Okay, I'm out at the feedlot this afternoon. I thought I would bring you back or up to date on what's going on. Haven't been out here with the camera much. I just finished making a batch of feed, and I got this group of heifers that we brought in last fall, and they were 8 weights. There's 3 different lots, and I'll just show you what we got here. Anyway, these cattle come weighing in the 800s, and I'm not sure what they weigh now. There's this one here, number 31. We were looking at her the other day, and the fellow that was here looked at her, and he thought she looked delicious. She probably weighs in the high 15s. I'm not sure. Anyway, these girls are quiet. I bet them in here every other day. And what they're doing, every time I come in, I make them go to the other side. I got them trained. As soon as I'm in here, they think, hey, he's gonna bet us. We're going to the other side. And that's what they're doing. These girls, it's taken me the winter, but they know if I'm in here, I'm gonna bet them. Which I'm not today, but anyway, they're trained. It's unbelievable. Anyway, what I do when I bet them, I put them all over here, and I do that every other day, and I've done it all winter. These girls think I'm gonna bet them, so they've come over here. What I'm feeding them is ground corn, and I'll show you that. I ground a load off yesterday. I usually grind 1,000 bushels at a time. Anyway, we just take whole shell corn, run it through the mix-all, and there's a few whole kernels. Mostly it's ground up. And for protein, I've tried wet distillers, and I've tried soybean meal. I went to dry distillers at the end. I find it's a little more money, but I have a small operation here, and wet distillers get kind of scungy. And corn silage, and I'm almost out of corn silage. I have this J-Lord mixer. That's what I feed with. It's been a challenge this year to get manure out. It's been so wet. Anyway, I try to clean them out every 2 to 3 weeks. This was cleaned out last Monday. I bet them every other day, which was yesterday, was bedding day. And there is 100 and I'm not sure what's in here, over 100 anyway. And as you can see, they're quiet. So my ration consists of corn, distillers, silage, and then I've weaned them down to 1/4 of a bale of oat leach a day and premix. And then we feed MGA, which keeps them from getting rambunctious. Keeps them quiet. And no implants in these cattle. Have a drinker over here. It's one that we built in the shop. This drinker works good. Lots of water. We insulated it with styrofoam. I believe it's 1.5 inch styrofoam. And it only froze once this winter, which isn't too bad. Anyway, I just thought for something different I would bring you out here and show you these cattle. I've showed this wee cover building before. It's now I got lots of square footage in here for these cattle. There's room for another 44 head in here based on what people use, but I think if you run a few less, I don't know, for me they just do a little better, not as crowded. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this week's video. I know it's not much. I put these bales here to stop the wind, and I can probably use them up now, warmed up. I just thought I'd bring you out here and show you what I do in the mornings, and it's kind of a bit of a hobby. I don't know. I hope that with $8 corn, I hope I break even. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, be a good time. If you got a comment, throw us a comment. I like comments. And I got a few videos coming up that you might like, some different ones. But right now I'm kind of on a lean streak, I guess. Pretty busy.